Hello guys, I'm Roland the Techusiast, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Dell Inspiron 7577. This is the third generation of Dell's Inspiron gaming laptops. It's an expensive laptop that can handle gaming really well, and the build quality is absolutely fantastic. I've used this laptop for about 2 months or a little more now, so my experiences are quite solid, so hopefully you will understand why you should buy this. First, let's start with the design. The design is rock solid. It's all made out of metal and provides a sturdy feel and excellent build quality. The design, in my opinion, looks very stylish and elegant, not like many other gaming-oriented laptops that you can find on the market today. And to be honest, that's why I purchased it. I really wanted a laptop that can handle tasks that a high-performance office laptop wouldn't be able to cope with, such as rendering or playing AAA titles. The hinge is great. It can be opened with just a single hand, and the other one is not needed to hold down the base in order to lift up the screen. The display flexed a little, but not to the level where you should be concerned. On the other hand, the keyboard is rock solid and it also feels really good. Now, I've seen some other YouTubers with a red color version of keyboard. I live in the United Kingdom, I have the white version, so it might worth to check out what's being offered in your country. There are also two backlit options for the keyboard. The first option is to turn them on. It could be really useful in dim lighting conditions, while the second option bumps up the brightness a little more. The trackpad is plastic, but it uses Windows Precision drivers that actually makes the experience really smooth and really great. Surprisingly, there's also a fingerprint sensor embedded into the power key on the right side. Now, this was actually very surprising, as I didn't know about this, as it wasn't advertised on Dell's original website. I only found out about the fingerprint sensor when I was setting up the laptop and going through the documentation, so thumbs up for that, it's really convenient. Now, the webcam is nothing amazing. It provides enough quality to be enough for a Skype call and use it with other third-party services, but in reality, it's really not that great. In terms of port availability, the laptop comes with a wide variety of ports. There are 3 USB-A 3.1 ports available, as well as an Ethernet, a full-sized HDMI, an SD card reader, a 3.5mm headphone jack, and a Thunderbolt 3 USB-C port. There are definitely no complaints in this segment. The previous Inspiron gaming laptop actually had a TN panel that was, take it simply, not that great. This, the updated version, finally comes with a Full HD IPS panel that provides somewhat accurate colors and great viewing angle. It's not excellent for editing images and rendering video, but let's say you hook it up to a second monitor or a TV, it will get the job done absolutely fine. I have the non-touch model that maxes out at Full HD, but if you want to go for the 4K version that actually offers a touch functionality, has better colors, it will cost you somewhere between £200 and £300, and it will also drain a little more battery than the Full HD version does. The specs on this machine are really good compared to how much it costs. It has an Intel i7 77HQ CPU that provides absolutely fantastic performance with no stutters or anything like that whatsoever. This particular model has 16GB of RAM, but you can also easily upgrade it up to 32GB of RAM. The GPU is a GTX 1060 Max-Q with 6GB of VRAM that's clocked a little below a normal GTX 1060. The boost clock, however, is higher than what a Max-Q normally offers by about 200 MHz. The Inspiron 7577 comes with the default Windows 10, so don't expect to see any Windows Pro or any other versions unless you actually shell out a little bit more price for the upgrade. The speakers on this laptop are decent, nothing extraordinary. By using the equalizer that comes bundled with your machine, you'll be able to fine-tune the speakers to your likings and get some really decent sounding audio out of it. Don't expect it to be super amazing, as it won't be, but it will certainly be enjoyable and really great for the price. The CPU and GPU benchmark results prove a great hardware setup with an excellent performance. The average frames per second is usually between 70 and 110 in height settings, and around 60 and 90 in ultra. The idle fan noise is usually between 25 to 33 decibels, and when it's full on load, it's usually between 40 and 48 decibels, which isn't necessarily loud, and you might not even require some noise cancelling headphones, but it is definitely recommended if you don't want to hear that little hissing noises coming out of your laptop, so it's definitely worth picking one up. The 56 watt hour battery provides a decent battery life, but far from what you would normally expect it as good. By using programs such as Chrome, Opera, Microsoft Word, Spotify, you can get about 3 to 4 hours of use out of this little machine on 30% of screen brightness and battery saver on, which is not to say it's bad, but at this price range I would expect it to be about 6 hours plus, but that's fine. There were a few times when I could actually pass through the 4-hour battery life mark without actually turning on the battery saver and turning down the brightness to 30%, but leave it for about 40 or 50%. All I had to do is close down all of the background applications, that's like Steam, Skype and a few others, and I could actually get a decent battery life out of this thing without sacrificing, let's say, the brightness. That's a pretty big deal usually. As a conclusion, I really do feel like Dell nailed it this year, or actually last year, 2017. I haven't tried many of their previous laptops before, but I can certainly tell you that this is certainly worth the money Dell is selling it for, and I believe it's £14-15 or £14.99 in pounds. I think that's very competitive compared to the others on the market right now. This machine can handle gaming, rendering videos, multitasking and everything you throw at it, so I would say if you need a laptop that looks a little bit more professional than all the others that you can find in the market right now, and it's still gaming oriented, I say the Dell Inspiron 7577 is probably your best choice at the moment. That's been it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review of the Dell Inspiron 7577. Make sure to like this video if you liked it and dislike if you disliked it. Consider subscribing to my channel Techusiast, and also don't forget to check out my website techusiast.com, where we share a lot of important and interesting stuff. Thank you for watching, see you next time.